such as it was. Okay, nothing was happening. Okay. Not letting me on. I don't know what's going on here, folks. I don't know if you can see me, but it says orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Ah, there we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, I am. I'm a little bit phlegmy, so forgive me for that. But once again, the doctor, yeah, hi, Evie. The doctor had, hi, Wendy. He decided after looking at my photos and the progression of this infection that he really needed to see me. Hi, Marnie. It's great to see you. By the way, Marnie, when I left the other place, I accidentally left the charging cord for the iPad, so I'll get you a new one before I return it to you. Just wanted to let you know. I didn't realize it till I was in the city, and getting out of there was such a nightmare. I made the request to leave. Excuse me. I don't think it was even 2 o'clock. It wasn't. It was 1 something, and I didn't get out of there until 5. They really held me hostage. At least that's what it felt like. So it was very difficult. Yeah, right. Doing the best I can. My intention is to keep standing as long as they let me. I was not happy about the way it went either, Sandy. But I made it into the city. I finally got seen. What he did was he debrided the wound, and he did blood cultures. Blood cultures all came out negative, and he did a wound culture, and unfortunately that one did not come back negative. It just came back this afternoon, and that's why the private room, because they found out that it was a staph infection, and they found out that it was MRSA. So I got hysterical. Hi, Susan. I got absolutely hysterical when I heard the word, because it's a word you only heard as sounds like a song. It's a word you only heard as part of a very serious issue in the past. So that's what I was thinking, and I kept saying, oh no, I just couldn't believe it. And what he told me, in fact, and what many people have told me since, is that most people have MRSA on their skins. They have it colonized, and as, yeah, he told me not to be concerned about it at all. And the funny thing is, I was so worried about it, but turns out that the medication that I'm on is exactly the medication for this. So it was working even very well, even yeah, even before this. I lost my train of thought again. Oh, the medication that I was taking even before this is the medication that they would give for this anyway. There are several, but this is certainly one of them, and it's the one with the fewest side effects, I am told. Let me take a sip of water. Finally got the old polish off, but never managed to get new polish on. That's for another day. Who cares at this point? So what they did was they took me out of my room that I was in, which was not a particularly attractive room, and they brought me into this absolutely beautiful private room. I hated it when I first came in because the bed is set back. It almost feels like a little suite in a nice hotel or a very nice motel. I'll try to swing around at some point, not tonight, but I'll another time and show it to you. Is about it in addition to the fact that I really, sitting in this, I don't feel like I'm in a hospital. I probably did get it at rehab, but it is what it is. I can't look back on it. I said at the time, if I don't get something from this place, it'll be a miracle. It was not clean. Their methods were not sanitary. I could barely wash my hands. It drove me crazy. Just above where I'm sitting is a Purell machine. I'm going to keep my hands clean. I am absolutely going to keep my hands clean. On the plus side, what they said was that the wound is healing very well. They're leaving it open and they're going to continue to leave it open. The reason they left it open was they wanted it to drain into, to come out into my, hi, how are you? So, it was draining tremendously the first 2 days because there was a huge pocket of fluid in my thigh. As the doctor explained to me, he said, once this thing goes, you should not have any fluid again from that area because it will be filled in with the tissue that's there, and it all and it also issue. So there should not be any issue with that. Yeah, the MRSA, apparently it's not what I thought, the horror thing. I heard MRSA and I thought, oh God, what is going on? But the nurse actually told me that several of the nurses that she had worked with, is C. diff the thing that, that's not the thing that gives you diarrhea, is it? I'm not sure. In any case, I'm losing my train of thought and I really feel terrible. And I don't know any other way to do this than to come to you live for now because I can't seem to publish. Oh, it is. Okay, I thought so. Yeah, and what she told me was a couple of the nurses had gotten it here. Apparently, if you have an open wound, is the way it's easy for it to be transmitted. And because I did have that open space, that is funny. So yeah, it is. They tell me that it makes no difference. They expect me to go home in a couple of days. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, please God, let me not get that. I mean, I've had enough, thank goodness. But oh, please, no, the medical staff. I'm at Memorial Sloan Kettering. It is absolutely amazing here. They do clean their hands. There are only two different people touching the wound, and the wound is covered. The doctor who took care of it in the beginning, and he's always wearing gloves when he does it anyway. They all use Purell. The Purell is on every wall in every room, and the nurses who dress it, and the nurses who dress it are dressing it with sterile equipment. So I really don't have to worry about that. I think, unless there's somebody here who is equally brilliant as the ones in the past. But I'm hoping that it's going to get better from here. It's been a hell of a detour. I honestly thought this meant something horrific for me. I have I've been feeling less than wonderful from that antibiotic. It was making me feel really weird when I was on the drip. But I took my first pill here uh, this afternoon, and I'll have another one in the morning. So every 12 hours I take it, and I've already taken it. I think I started it Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'm on it 5 days already, so I'm off to a good start. The reason the doctor didn't call the ER, I mean, he actually did call his people. His people called me when I was on the bridge still driving in, and they were asking how soon I thought I'd get here because they were waiting to see me. So I was sitting in the emergency room for a lot shorter time before I was seen than a lot of people who were sitting there for a very long time. The scene down there, because it is their emergency room, and it's lined up with, excuse me, it's lined up with wheelchairs, and it's lined up with stretchers in an never-ending line. I did get seen right away, but after I got seen and they decided to admit me, I still had to go back and sit there against the wall and wait until they had a place to take me for the nurse to do a whole admitting kind of workup and then to wait for a room. As I say, I got there about 6:15, 6:17, something like that, and I did not get into a room till about 1:35 in the morning. The first night was tough. The drug that they gave me in the IV was so bad that I felt like I was collapsing. Absolutely. Linda took a lot of the clothes, and they were in her car, and we actually wound up having a fight on the way into the city about it because I had asked her for weeks before I left if she would take some of the clothing and just I would fold it neatly, put it away, and could she take it? And she said no, she didn't feel like it. She would take it all in the end. The problem was, by taking it all in the end, it was all flung into bags, and there was stuff everywhere, and there must have been 5 or 6 bags of stuff. Um, oh, hi, Sharon. So she wanted to go into my house and dump the stuff. Now, the issue that I had was that Meredith had come in from Colorado, and yeah, um, she had come in from Colorado and she had done some cleaning for me. And the things that were flung around were not flung around at that point. Oh, okay, I have to be careful with a UTI. Perfect. Exactly what I would need next. I don't even want to go there. I can't, you know something? One crisis at a time is all I can handle. I'm not up for two at a time. So, yeah, all the stuff is in the car. She wanted to dump it in my house, and she got furious when I said no. So, um, we hardly spoke on the way in. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Those prayers, I have no doubt, have made a huge difference all along because not only have I dodged a bullet, I keep dodging bullets. Every single time I keep dodging bullets. So, at this moment in time, all I'm doing is taking it a little bit at a time. I'm going to be here at least today and tomorrow when they're, it's not called discharge planning here, I forgot, caseworker. When the caseworker came in today about talking to me about leaving, she told me that I could either go home or I could go into a rehab. And she mentioned the word rehab, and I said, no rehab, no rehab. And a number of people had said to me before I went into um, Stern that I should have gone directly home. I could have rehabbed at home, and I'm sure that that's the truth. I might have avoided the infection. Maybe I would have, maybe I wouldn't. But I did get the most incredible physical therapy. So for that, I am grateful. I'm not going to complain about anything else at this point. And I'm taking it a day at a time. I am just trying the best I can to manage the deal that I have this moment today. That's all I can do. And hopefully, one day I will look back on this and I'll say, remember the time when I went through that horrific time? I have been, in a couple of days, it will be 2 months since I've been home. If anybody had ever told me the day I went in for the surgery that I wouldn't be home for 2 months, I would have told them they were insane. I thought I'd be home in 2 weeks. I can't read it. Oh, hi, Angie. It's good to see you. So I'm going to just, well, I can't stay too long. I can only stay, they're ready for me to leave in a couple of days. I need to see what's going on. My white blood count is going down, and that makes me nervous. Does not make them nervous, but it makes me nervous. I know I'm fighting an infection. I know I'm taking the antibiotics, but it was low to begin with on Friday, and it's lower today. It was 3.6 on Friday when I came in, and oh, thanks. I'm doing the best I can. It was 2.6 today. Thanks so much. I love you all too, and I so appreciate you being here. I must say, my hemoglobin had gone way down. My hemoglobin before this whole thing started was 14 something, 14 point something, but it was 8.7 the other day, and I said, what? But then again, I did lose a lot of blood. I forgot about that during the surgery. I'm going to be I'm in back in the hospital, Bella. I'm in Memorial Sloan Kettering, and I hopefully will be going home. I'm very nervous about going home. Thanks, Karen. I am very nervous about going home and being alone in the house. Linda has already told me not to expect her to be spending much time with me. I think she's cooked, and I think she just doesn't have any patience for any more of it. She does not know how, anyway, to be an emotional support. She can be a support in many other ways, but she just doesn't have it to give. My son, I'm beginning to discover, doesn't seem to have it to give, to just be here. He's very busy, admittedly. He's got his other family. My dogs are still in Connecticut, thank you, God. And so it was wonderful for the dogs. I'm thrilled for them. The video is scrambled. I don't think I don't know if I'm getting the high def here. I was getting the high definition everywhere else, but I don't know if I'm getting it here. Oh, it's scrambled. I am so sorry. Maybe I'm just not getting a good signal in this place. All right, if you're just getting it off and on, I'm going to, oh, it's okay. I've told the social worker she is going to set care up. I also, and Sheila, you're going to love this. The doctor came in today and he said that I am definitely going to need wound care when I get home, so that I'll need to have a visiting nurse come in once a day to change the dressing and to make sure, because he wants to leave it open for the next couple of weeks to make sure anything that needs to be taken care of is, and that it does, I guess, that it's completely okay before it closes up and perhaps causes more serious problems. Thank God there were no, yeah, isn't that great, Sheila? So thank God there were no, my blood cultures were all normal. And I know there's a light at the end of the tunnel, Nikki, but sometimes it's a long, long tunnel. Kelly, to be honest with you, I feel this exactly the same way. I feel totally without power sometimes until you realize that we don't have the power anyway. We think we do. Linda is a friend. She's been a friend for 25 years. Yeah, he should visit, but we're trying to get him to do that. I feel like I need to beg and plead, and I'm not someone who's good at that. I won't beg and plead for anything. I mean, you know something? I wish you all were here, because I think not only would I feel safe, but I would also have a good time. I think we would really have a good time together. I feel, as I say, incredibly close to so many of you. Oh, okay, yeah, I believe that I will. I don't know for how long, but the doctor definitely said he's putting in for that. And I'm going to need wound care. And they told me they're going to teach me how to deal with the wound too. When they first told me that I should go into rehab, I said, "Excuse me?" I said, "You think they're going to do wound care? They don't even know how to do patient care." David's in California. Sheila had let him know the night that I was in the hospital. He seemed concerned at the time. He did call the front desk here. But unfortunately, I am walking, Sandy, but I am not walking as well as I was before my leg was swollen. My leg was swollen huge. It does seem to be coming down some, no great shakes yet in that department. But listen, it's cool to the touch. So it was red hot by Friday. It was so red hot. If this were a normal video, I could show you photos of what it looked like. Yeah, I just pray that that's the truth. Yeah, the visiting nurse should definitely be helpful. And, so Linda said to me today when I was on the phone with her, she said, "I don't think you should go home." And I said, "Why?" She said, "Because you're going to be all alone." And I said, "So in your case scenario, let's say that I go into, let's say that I go into rehab. They need to set up PT. They're going to do that also. Um, so they are, so I said to Linda, okay, I go into rehab in your case scenario, what you're presenting. I'm going to be able to live on the main level basically, but I will have to go upstairs for things. Going upstairs doesn't bother me actually. It's coming down that scares the heck out of me because I have to lead with my bad foot. Going upstairs, I'm doing it with my good foot, so it doesn't scare me at all. The weakness from either the antibiotic or the combination of that and the fighting the infection or whatever it is. But I think I just need to deal with it a day at a time. And I said to Linda, I said, so if I follow your thing and go to rehab, eventually I have to come home. What is going to be different 2 or 3 weeks from now? Oh, no question about it. It is hard about the kids, and they do have their own life. And you know what they say, a mother can raise 10 children, but 10 children can't take care of one mother. So it's a hard thing. I'm sure he thinks he's doing a lot for me, and perhaps he is in the realm in which he lives. But in my reality, it's tough. It's really tough. There are so many things to be set up. There are so many things that I cannot deal with. I actually made a couple of phone calls today. I'm going to try to make some more calls tomorrow to try to see, but everything involves money, and I just don't have money, unfortunately. Actually, no, they have not given me any probiotics here. I should mention that to them, so I should get that. I never thought about that. Good catch. I'll talk to them about that tomorrow morning and see if I can get it. What I was trying to do was make sure I had a meal first, but they're going to give me the pill at 5 o'clock in the morning. So my chair has not been delivered because I never got there. I was supposed to go there the day that I came home from the other place, which would have been Saturday, but I never went home. So he probably thinks that I was just stringing him along and wasn't getting the chair from him, but I will give him a call tomorrow or the next day and let him know that I had a little side trip back to the hospital. So, no, 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 there would be nobody for delivery. You want to hear a really funny story. It wasn't funny at the time, but it's funny in retrospect. I get a phone call from somebody on Saturday, and the guy tells me he's at my house, and he's there to pick up equipment. And I said, "What kind of equipment are you there to pick up?" And I said, I have no equipment to be picked up. And he said, I'm here from cable. He said, we're discontinuing the service. And I said, what? Well, apparently I tried to remember all the bills that I had when I was here because I can't go online and do anything. They are hard on an empty stomach. I think I kept a banana from today. I figured I would try to take at least a half a banana before I take it. What is here? 1 cup frozen. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm doing great. I really don't. I feel like I'm falling apart. That is not a fun feeling. And I'm starting to get terrible indigestion. Absolutely not good. Yeah, I will definitely talk to them about probiotic tomorrow. Maybe a little bit. I had some diet ginger ale. Maybe I'll try a little bit of that and see. Yeah, look at that. You made it to my live. I'm glad. Let me see if possibly the soda helps a little bit. Oh, the cable story. So he tells me he's going to pick up the stuff, and I said, no. So he said to me, we have these open invoices, and I said, oh, dear God. So I said to him, listen, this is a story. I've been in the hospital for 2 months. I haven't been home. I had no idea I hadn't paid that. I tried to remember everything, but I have a lot of bills and a lot of different things, and I didn't, this one got past me. So, yes. What? Oh, I think somebody took it outside. Okay. 1 cup of frozen strawberries, 1 banana, simple natural. Oh, that's very interesting. I'm definitely going to keep that one for when I go home. I have been having strawberries. I love frozen strawberries and banana in my Vitamix. I make a really nice thing. I have to tell you, I had a horrific dream the other night. I think the antibiotic caused the dream. But in the dream, it said that there was, apparently I was losing my house in the dream, and this guy was just waiting until the day when he could pick it up, and he was going to pick it up really cheap. And the day came, and I hadn't gotten everything out of the house, and I hadn't taken out. I lost the connection. Can you hear me? Because it said that I was. Can you hear me? Do you hear me? I'm still live? Because it keeps telling I'm still here. Okay, because it keeps telling me I'm reconnecting. That's why I was waiting. Okay, the cable story was, so he said to me, if you pay me now, I won't disconnect the service. And I said to him, oh good. So I said to him, I'll be really happy to pay you. I said, but I have a problem. You called me, all I see is a cell phone number, and you're asking me for money. I mean, that sounds like every scam out there. So I said to him, would you do me a favor? I said, would you go to my neighbor's house and ring her bell? Just have her come out and have her tell me who you are so that I will then give you my information and I will pay you. It sounded like a scam, I know it did. But I would, can you imagine with everything else that I'm not going to have, if I went home and I couldn't even watch television? You want to talk about a horrific situation? That would not work at all. So I did that. He spoke to my neighbor, and my neighbor did verify who he was, and I did give him the information so that it was taken care of. At that point, I had explained everything that was going on with me, and he said to me, he said, I feel really terrible. He said, I went through this with my mother. Just at that moment, Amazon came and delivered all the stuff that was supposed to be delivered for my getting home. And he said to me, I'll tell you what. He said, would you like me to take your Amazon? There were two packages. He said, would you like me to take the two packages and give them to your neighbor? I said to him, oh my God, would you do that? And he said, yes, I will do that for you. I would love to do that. I don't know how. I don't know how and to make it work. I know there are different services, but I think they make the signal so weak that you really can't see the stuff well. If anybody can tell me a way, please do, because I spend a fortune on that. Oh, the battery's low again. It is more than $250 a month, and it's a lot. Yeah, right. It's a serious problem for me. So anyway, I'm trying to find other services to make things work because clearly it is not going to work with it is not going to work with things the way they are, and I cannot count on David. So it is what it is. And yes, I will be going home alone, but I do have Roku, and I'm not exactly sure how to make that work. If I can find a way to make it work, you can bet I'm going to cut that because DirecTV, I'm not sure here. DirecTV is not so hot here, so I don't know that that is going to work. But I definitely want to. Are you sure that I'm coming to you? Because I keep getting this a revolving circle. Now, Netflix and Amazon has something like it. I have Netflix. I have an Amazon thing for one of my televisions. Adopt the cable guy. You're absolutely right. He was such a sweetheart. I said to him at the end, I asked him what his first name was, and I don't remember if he told me Roland, Ronald, Ronaldo. I don't remember. I said if I were there in person, I'd give you a great big hug. So it turned out this guy who was about to turn off my services turned into a little bit of an angel for me too. So I'm grateful for that. I still have to arrange a few, yes. Um, he is an angel. He's another one of my angels that are being sent to me all the time. I love Netflix too. I really do. The issue is, you know what the problem is? I've got so much on my plate, and people keep saying to me to call this one and call that one and do this and do that. I'm so worn out, and I've got so many call this ones and call that ones to do that I don't have the wherewithal to do all that. Um, oh, I don't know. No, I think they were coming to actually disconnect it from the service so that I couldn't possibly get whatever. Whatever it was, yes, I am swamped with every kind of issue that's going on. And it turns out that my website that I thought was turned off apparently is not, and they are charging me. You have no, it's a nightmare. Hospital making sure I'm getting my milk of magnesia. They use Maalox here. I hate it. I tried it once. I will do it again if I have to. Um, PU boxes. Oh, yeah. On how to cut the cord. Oh, if you can, Sylvia, I would love that. I really would. Anything that I can do to cut expenses would be a gift. And anything I can do, if anybody can think of any way to generate income legally while I am unable to do my real estate, please give me a heads up with that too. Um, oh, I know Denise and how I would love that. I am just so blessed tired. I'm tired. I really am. I don't know. I don't know what to say. There are just no words. There are just no words. I am a very upbeat person, as most of you know. I'm a glass half full kind of gal. But the other night, for the first time, I can't say in my life, everything. They came to pick up everything. And for the first time, I felt hopeless. I did. And I had a bad several moments. And thank God for my brother, because I was talking to my brother and he said to me, he said, I know, Jerry, he said, you feel hopeless. And that's okay. It's a feeling, he said, but it's not hopeless. And that's what it was. I am trying so hard to hang in. I cannot tell you how hard I'm fighting to hang in. But some days are harder than others. I was extraordinarily nervous. And when I get nervous, my stomach gets tied up in knots, which doesn't help. And I'm sure with this drug, it's going to make my life a little more miserable. So far, I really haven't had too many stomach issues with it. But I did have the probiotic. I can't go to my brother's house. Unfortunately, my brother, as I say, he's older than I am. He and his wife, he works part-time and he's got his own, there's no way. And he's in the wilds of Connecticut and I wouldn't be near anything. Yeah, the lack of money is a real problem, and I was complacent because I earned a pretty decent living for a long time, but I'm in a profession that does not provide for the future. So I was able to live a decent life, nothing extravagant, but decent. Yeah, oh please, Meredith, you've done a lot already. I don't expect you to do any more. But I am, I'm just, I'm trying to figure it all out. My brother keeps telling me to stop thinking about the future because I get myself nervous. And he said, my only job right now is to heal. It actually is where he is. He's up in Bridgewater. It's a good 3.5 hour drive from here and from my house. And it's in the middle of nowhere. I mean, his town has a general store. That's it. That's where Mia Farrow lives and Diane Sawyer lives there or did. Um, it's where Bridgewater chocolate is made. Heal is the number one priority. You're absolutely right. Yeah, so I have to figure it out. So once again, I need to stay in the present moment, and that's going to be a little bit of a challenge for me when I get home and that door clicks and I am alone. But as much as I don't know if Linda's trying to scare me or she's trying to take the onus off us, I'm not sure. I really don't know what the story is. But once again, I said if I think that way, I can never go home. Unfortunately, wait a second. Oh, I know, and God bless with that hurricane. Please be careful. My brother is brilliant. I mean, my brother is a psychologist, has been for many, many years, and he's just he's very good at kind of getting to the core of things. Freebie, download free app. I have to take a look. I missed that comment. Uh, this is absolutely true. And when I'm with you guys, I don't feel alone. I am sitting with my friends. I am sitting having a chat with friends, and I am absolutely loving every minute of it. I'm not nervous. Yes, and another thing, Nikki, I will never be alone. Yes. Yeah, I know. It's very frightening in those places. And for any of you, anywhere near the hurricane and where it might make landfall, God bless you. And I pray to God it misses you. And I pray to God that where it does hit, that it doesn't do terrible damage. So my prayers are out for all of those people as well. um, I'm insulated here because I don't know what's going on. I'm sitting in a room on the 15th floor of this hotel, and that's about it. But um, I don't know how any of this is going to play out. I do know that I am working very hard to make it happen 1 minute at a time. I did get a button, thanks to Sheila ordering it for me, and Uber from JFK. Oh, no, yeah, nobody can do anything yet. I don't know exactly when I'm getting home, and I really need to find, I mean, I think I could be wrong. I think David might be planning to come in for a couple of days, so I will be staying on the main level of my home for as long as I possibly can. Um, yeah, I believe it. I absolutely believe it. People are like that. And oh God, that would be absolutely wonderful, Denise. I would love that. And it's funny, my brother, the psychologist again, said to me, you know, Jerry, because when I talked to him about my YouTube family, and he says to me, but you don't know these people. He said, you know, you're just too open. You put yourself out there, and you don't know who you're talking to. And you know, I had told him when Meredith came in, and he was nervous for me. Oh, you get free passes. Oh, that's great. Yeah, cancer is it is scary for a lot of people. We lost connection. Am I back? Am I back? I did lose the connection. Exactly, serial killers from the mature community. Am I back? Oh, good. I'm still frozen? Oh, okay, I'm back. So, I don't know. I'm feeling very much at odds with myself and out of sorts. And the truth is, if it were not for you guys and I, Sheila, I mean, Sheila's ear, she must have cauliflower ear from talking to me on the phone and putting up with, listen, don't say that, Sandy. You might draw one to us. But there's a part of me that thinks that I'm going to come through this. And there's a part of me that thinks that somehow I'll be able to then talk about it. Uh, yeah, no, listen, we all have a lot of things in common, whatever, whatever they turn out to be. Yeah, I know. I mean, I keep referring to Sheila as my friend in North Carolina, and my brother keeps saying, that's the one from YouTube. And I said, yes. And he said, and your friend Linda, where's your friend Linda from? I said, my friend Linda's from Long Island. She's right. Oh God, that sounded so Long Island when I said it. Um, but it is what it is. I have to tell you, if I do go home in the next couple of days, I'm going to be hanging out with you guys as much as you'll stand me because it really does make a difference. I may not feel as secure being at home with the door locked and nobody else coming in, but I'll do the best I can. One thing my brother had said that, I mean, he said so many brilliant things, but one of the things that he said, at one point he said to me, I'm glad. He said, when I was talking about the care or lack thereof at Stern, he said to me, that's known as benign neglect. And that's exactly what it is. Oh, Rita, I'm so glad. I mean, I don't know how anybody can think I'm an inspiration at this moment in time. I hope to be again. I hope to come back and have coherent sentences again. I hope to come back and be able to really share information with you all. And yeah, I'm so thrilled to have my brother to talk to because he's been incredible. I will be resting. I rest a lot because what am I doing? I'm sitting here unless they walk with me, and I'm lying in bed because they wanted my leg elevated a lot of the time. And you know, it is what it is. But I need to get back to being a part of the world. I really need to be. Yeah, I am definitely fighting, and I'm going to. Yeah, my brother said to me today when I was feeling really down and depressed, he said to me, he said, you have to stop worrying. And he said, you're constantly worrying about money, and that's not good for you. And he said, you have to stop worrying about it. He said, something will work out. He said, I'm telling you, something will work out. Thanks. Um, Renee, yeah, oh, thank God I'm out of that awful place. Um, it's just a little bit frightening. Um, yeah, but that's for another day. And all right, I think I'm up to 46 minutes. I don't know who can tolerate me for much longer. Walkie-talkies or baby monitor. Oh my God, that is actually a nice idea. I mean, I have the phone and I can certainly, but then, the thing is she's um, from India, and she has elderly people living in the house who don't speak English. So if she's out shopping, or if she has gone to visit somebody, or if she's out with her daughter or whatever, um, will do. But if she's doing any of that stuff, I'm not going to be able to reach her anyway. But it's not a terrible idea. But then again, I am also spending on a lot of things that I absolutely need. So I'm not sure. Thank you, Nikki, so much. I appreciate all the prayers. I have not a single doubt that they have kept me alive, and that they've kept me in the shape. I don't want to say the shape I'm in because I'm in lousy shape, but in the shape that I'm in, considering what shape I might be in. So, on that note, I will say at least, at least it's better than it might have been. And everybody keeps telling me to kind of relax and that I'll be okay. Um, yeah. My phone does have an intercom. I don't know where to find. I live in South Carolina. Yeah. Um, it's, thanks so much, Bella. Yeah. It's so hard for so many people. You just never know what the person sitting next to you has been through. And if you are ever tempted to be short tempered with somebody because you think they're not nice, or they're cold, or whatever it is, um, you never know what they're going through. You just never know what we're going through. They're going through. Interesting faux pas. But let's see. Yeah, I mean, listen, I am grateful that if anybody in my family had to be sick or had to have an issue, thank God it was me. Thank God my son is well, poo poo poo, and that his family is well. And, oh, I hope things go well for you in Tennessee, Marty. And check in when you get back. So when is it supposed to hit? Is it supposed to hit Thursday or before that? Definitely stay safe. Yeah. Yeah, there are people in every field that can be terribly mean. There are a lot of people in my field that are very, very mean too. But sometimes you just don't know. I mean, it could be somebody who has had some terrible tragedy, but you had no idea. Okay, so when are you leaving? Are you leaving tomorrow? So I would think you should get out in plenty of time. I remember when Sandy hit here, it was god awful, and that one landed. I think it was another one after mandatory evacuation tomorrow. Real estate is tough. There's no question about it. That's absolutely true. because we don't know what somebody else is going through. You can look at them and you can only see the facade. Behind that facade can be something really horrific. So it is what it is. I hope God wants me here because I want to be here. It's funny, I had said to Linda one day, I said, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave here. And she said to me, but I thought you're not afraid of dying. And I said, doesn't mean I want to go now. Oh my God. Oh, Bella. Oh God. Survived Sandy. Exactly. I survived Sandy too, but that was tough. And there were people making a lot of money selling all that paraphernalia after Sandy. And there were the places, the disgusting places, the few places that stayed open in the next days. Hi, Janet. I thought I was going home too. You have to kind of see the whole thing. I developed an infection. I'm back in the hospital. So, yeah, I mean, it's not easy. I think I'm starting to get tired, and I think I will probably try to pack it in soon. They survived you. Oh, sand. Gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha. Duh. I should have recognized that. Yep. Yeah. There have been several. Good night, Denise. And again, I really need to talk to you. Barbara, I need to talk to you. I was looking for your number the other night and I couldn't find it. I I left a message for one of you asking if you wanted to talk. I don't know what happened with it. Thanks a lot. Yeah, you can watch the rest, and I'm gonna try to come back tomorrow. Now that I'm in this private room, it should be really easy for me to do. So I'm gonna try to get some sleep, kind of being alone. I'm better off not being alone with my thoughts right now. My brother keeps telling me just don't think about anything past this moment, and you can't. Oh, Salt Lake. I hope you make it on the red eye tonight. Stay present. Exactly. That's what I need to do. And I need to listen to more of the Louise Hay tapes because they're a huge, huge help. Yeah, Barbara, as I say, I did try to reach out to you, but I couldn't find the number when I was looking for it. I was a little bit foggy from the drug. I have to tell you something interesting. Last minute thing. The grouch, the last couple of days of my stay there, she turned into my go figure. I think all the prayers that all of you had, she was fighting for me when they did not want to send me to the hospital, when they didn't want to let me go to the emergency room, when they didn't want to let me do anything. And all they did was they kept saying they were monitoring it. And I said, they're going to monitor me right into the grave. Yeah, the private room it feels like a hotel room. I don't feel like I'm in a hospital. So Eckhart Tolle, gotcha. So I don't feel like I'm in a hospital because I can't even see the hallway. I see this room and some furniture and the bathroom, which is an updated bathroom, and it's quiet here. Nobody comes here unless they have to come here, and it's all good. It works for me, at least for now. So we'll see how it plays out tonight. I hope getting off here is not a mistake, and that I don't start thinking about things that I have to pray. Oh, wouldn't it be nice to switch your brain off? I would love to do that. I would definitely love to do that. And by the way, Meredith, I made some calls today. I'm not sure where they'll lead, but at least I made some calls, so I'm trying to get stuff in the works. Good night. You are not wearing me out, trust me. I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm very good at meditating when I'm in a normal state, but this is definitely not a normal state. Your prayers would be absolutely, absolutely appreciated. And if I can totally relax. Yeah, it's funny. I'm not totally in quarantine, actually, Sheila. They are letting me go out into the hallway, but I feel like I'm wearing the scarlet letter because what I have to do is put this yellow gown, I have to hang it from the front so people, it's like she's got the disease, she's a sicko. But they do let me go out in the hall, and then I have to wear rubber gloves, not rubber gloves, but the gloves. Thank you so much, Melissa. I have to wear them. I guess the reason they do that is because, thank you so much, I really appreciate it. Yeah, I try to do that too. I really try, but sometimes I can't even concentrate on it. So I'm happy they're keeping their eye on me as well. I hope they draw more blood tomorrow so that they can figure out what's going on with my body. Thank God at least my hemoglobin is coming back. It was 8.7 as of the Friday, and it was back to 9.9 today. So if I keep eating and I keep trying to do the best I can. My pressure went up though. My pressure, which has been really low, got as high as 140 something, or might have even gone. I think it might have hit 150 at some point. So that's it. Nothing much else to report at this point, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. I hope it's no more nasty surprises. I want the good surprises now. MRSA. It's MRSA. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers. Oh yes, oh yes, absolutely true. There is no question about that. I so believe that. Yeah, and so many angels. Look, the angel came to me in the form of the cable guy. Who knew? I mean, it's a good thing. I can't complain about it. I hope the next time I come to you with a little makeup and a little sleep under my belt so I don't look like the wrath of God. Yeah, it will, it will pass, and I need to get back. Well, they said it's a staph infection called MRSA. Did I read that wrong? Gave me the paper on it. I don't know. That's what I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but that's what I thought I read. Um, yeah, this is methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus. So isn't that a staph infection, or am I crazy? Oh, thanks. But it makes me feel a little bit more human. I don't have any of the other symptoms, thank God, and I don't have a fever at all. Poo poo poo, may it stay that way. So I hope it does, and we'll see how tonight plays out. I don't want a sleeping pill. Oh, it can take a while to get rid of? Well, I mean, I think they only planned on having me on the antibiotic for a week. I'm not sure. I don't know. I really don't know. It was only in that spot, unless I understood it wrong. It was in that, and he cleaned it out, and it's absolutely clean at this point. So, what am I looking at? What am I looking at in terms of time? Your brother caught it in a hospital. How long did it take to get? They're leaving the wound open to heal inside out. They're leaving it open for about 2 weeks. Eat, breathe, and talk yogurt. That's interesting because I wanted to get yogurt today, but I wasn't sure if I could have it with all, whatever little drugs that I'm taking, so I did not order it after all. But I like yogurt. I actually have it at home. Um, okay, and again, I should have somebody. Bella, you are just too sweet. And I see it's another one of those nights for you. Yeah, I am sensitive to a lot of the medications, and I do have some issues, but I'm doing okay with this one so far. Thought not for a couple of days. On the IV form of it, it was not so terribly good, but a little better now. They have, if I want it, I can take an Ativan. I think they got me the lowest dose, 0.25 maybe. I don't take it, but it's there if I need it. I also, I mean, I can take my gabapentin. I haven't taken that. I really haven't taken much of anything. I've taken my baby aspirin, and I've taken this drug. I don't want to have my body so full of drugs. So I was trying to keep it, as pristine as I possibly can. Also, a lot of the food is very salty here, so I'm having a lot of salt in my diet, and I was not drinking enough. Severe staph throat, angels and prayers. Oh, please, God. Calming my mind is the hardest part of it. Thanks, Karen. Thanks so much. I really need to try to do that. Some days I'm really good at it, other days not so much. So it is what it is. And once again, all I can do is the best that I can. And I'm doing that. So, okay. I love you all. Have a great night. I have to tell you, no, it was after I got here, I had some time to kill. I took a look and I could not. They do have low sodium diet? I have to check. Yeah, that was amazing, Angie. She actually did, and she told them that I should call 911. I love you too, Melissa. Love you too, Rita. Thanks so much. Same here, Joyce. Um, yeah, I'm just fingers and toes crossed that it all starts to get better from here. And once again, how long are we? Good night, Maria. Are you still doing well? Are you still able to navigate well? Denise, thank you again so much. Um, what was I? Oh, the MRSA. How long are you thinking that it could take to heal? Because again, they were thinking 2 weeks to leave this thing open and to let it keep draining. But I guess I'll have an appointment at that point with the doctor and he'll take another look at it and we'll see where it goes from there. I do not want to come back here for a third time. I would like very much to go home and actually make home my home. There's a thought. I think I should write some lyrics to that. Thank you, Janet. I hope so. And nothing better. And hobbling along. Hobbling along is a good thing. I'd be really happy with hobbling. I'm down to 10% on this anyway. This is absolutely true. Absolutely true, Meredith. And Maria, again, thank you so much. And I will see you all, God willing, tomorrow. Take care and have a great night.